Welcome to Infectious Diseases TV. We share useful information about infectious diseases. Today, we are tackling something that millions, and I mean millions of us have experienced, the dreaded cold sore. We're going to break down what they are, why they always seem to show up at the worst possible times, and most importantly, what you can actually do to manage them. You know the feeling, right? For so many people, it all starts with this very specific sensation. A little tingle, maybe an itch, or even a slight burning feeling right around your lips. It's that all too familiar warning sign that a cold sore is on its way. If you know, you know. So what's actually going on under the skin? Okay, let's get right into the official definition. A cold sore, which you might also hear called a fever blister, is simply a common viral infection. It shows up as these tiny little fluid-filled blisters, usually in a patch right on the edge of your lip. Now, the good news is they almost always heal up on their own, usually in about 2 to 3 weeks, without leaving any scars behind. What's really interesting is that a cold sore has a predictable life cycle. It's like a little drama in 3 acts. First, you get that tingling and itching stage we just talked about. That's your heads up. Then, within a day or so, the blisters pop up. And finally, those blisters will burst, they'll ooze a bit, and then they'll crust over and form a scab. Understanding this process is honestly the key to getting a handle on them. So, what's the villain in this story? Well, it's a virus called Herpes simplex, or HSV for short. Now, most cold sores are caused by the HSV1 strain. Its cousin, HSV2, is typically the one behind genital herpes. But, and this is a really important point, either virus can cause sores on either the face or the genitals. It all just depends on where the contact happens. This quote from the NHS gets to a really crucial fact about HSV. Once you've been exposed to the virus, it never really leaves. Think of it like a computer program that you can't uninstall. It just lies dormant, kind of sleeping, in the nerve cells of your skin, for life. For a lot of people, it might stay asleep forever, but for others, something can wake it up and trigger an outbreak. So if the virus is just sleeping, what wakes it up? Well, turns out a whole bunch of things can act as an alarm clock. Things like being sick with a cold or fever, being super stressed, or just plain tired. Even something as simple as a sunny, windy day can be enough to trigger it. Hormonal shifts, say during a period, or really any little dip in your immune system can be a trigger too. Okay, so the tingle has started. An outbreak is on its way. What now? Let's get into the practical stuff. What are the best things you can do to manage the symptoms, help it heal faster, and, of course, stop it from spreading? This slide breaks it down perfectly. On the do side, things like eating cool, soft foods and using a lip balm with sunscreen can make a real difference. And definitely drink lots of water. Now, the don'ts, these are arguably even more important. The big one, try not to touch it. And please, don't kiss anyone, especially babies, and don't share things like utensils or lipstick. If you head to the pharmacy, you've got some good options. There are antiviral creams out there that can help speed up the healing process. You can also find creams that are just for soothing the pain and irritation. And these cold sore patches are pretty cool. They cover the sore to protect it while it heals. Some places even have these little electronic devices that use light or lasers. But here is the single most important tip I can give you about treatment, especially those antiviral creams. Timing is everything. You have to act fast. The cream is most effective when you put it on during that very first tingling stage, before the blisters even show up. If you wait until the blisters have formed, it's just not going to work as well. Right, so managing your own symptoms is one piece of the puzzle, but what about protecting the people around you? This is so important because, as we know, cold sores are contagious. Let's talk prevention. The rules for stopping the spread are actually pretty straightforward. Number 1, no kissing or close skin contact while you have a sore, especially when it's in that blistery, oozy stage. Number 2, don't share anything that touches your lips or face, utensils, towels, you name it. And number 3, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. Be super careful, especially before touching other people. Now, most cold sores will clear up just fine on their own, but there are definitely times when you should see a doctor. For example, if it's been about 2 weeks and it's not healing, or if you have a weakened immune system. Also, if the symptoms are just really, really bad, or if you get them all the time. And for sure, if you feel any pain or grittiness in your eyes, that's a big red flag to get it checked out immediately. So what's the big takeaway here? It's true, there's no actual cure for the herpes simplex virus. But, and this is a huge but, the outbreaks themselves are very, very manageable. When you understand your triggers, when you act fast with treatment, and when you take steps to stop the spread, you can seriously reduce their impact on your life. And we'll leave you with that thought. Knowledge really is power. Now that you know all this, the next time you feel that familiar tingle, you'll know exactly what's happening. And more importantly, you'll know exactly what to do about it. This is Infectious Diseases TV. Please like and subscribe.